It's raining iguanas in South Florida. With temperatures falling into the 30s in the region, the reptiles are freezing and falling from trees, often ending up on people's lawns. Kay Pavkovich, of Plantation, dealt with a nearly 3-foot frozen iguana she saw outside her home Thursday morning. She didn't want the iguana on her deck, so she picked up the reptile by the tail with a towel and placed it in the sunlight to warm up. It began moving sluggishly, and about an hour later, it was up and moving around. She remembered from a prior cold snap that iguanas usually are still alive after they freeze. "We don't like iguanas," she said. "But there's no way on earth I'm going to hurt them." Green iguanas are an exotic species in Florida known for eating through landscaping and digging burrows that undermine infrastructure. The non-native iguana populations took a hit in 2010 when the state went through a similar cold snap. But Florida's recent mild winters have allowed iguana populations to flourish. They're not the only reptiles stunned by this week's cold snap. Sea turtles also stiffen up when temperatures fall. Wildlife officials say the frigid animals may appear dead but often are still alive. South Florida's iguanas are falling from their perches in trees. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission warns that picking up an seemingly frozen iguana could be dangerous. "Our recommendation is to not pick up the iguana," said FWC spokeswoman Carol Lynn Parrish. "Once it becomes alive, it is a wild animal that isn't used to being handled with a human." Trapped iguanas can be kept as pets or can be humanely euthanized, according to the FWC. Residents can call an exotic veterinarian, humane society or animal control to euthanize the iguanas, the agency said. The Associated Press contributed to this story. South Florida's booming iguana population is far from endangered, but the reptiles could be in the crosshairs soon. State officials are looking at ways to control the critters. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission will begin offering workshops in the coming months to teach the South Florida's booming iguana population is far from endangered, but the reptiles could be in the crosshairs soon. State officials are looking at ways to control the critters. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission will begin offering workshops in the coming months to teach the